just short 250 now.
Right, that, there was no expense side to that, it came into, let's see.
How much do we have the budget for payment to the Public Building Commission? 250?
Out of general property taxes was 300,000.
But that's for the
And
courthouse.
what, I know, what was their agreement with them like up to this point? Like 150,000?
250.
Okay.
And that's for payment on the roof.
So it had been 250, and we bumped that to 300?
Remember the extra 50 was, I think you meant like a reserve.
That was
And
to
maintenance
build their
contract.
reserve
And
up.
maintenance contract.
Yeah, that was to build their
So
reserve.
no portion of that jail payment was built into that thing. They need to throw it in there.
We do.
We have that moral obligation to
It's
pay
gotta
that.
be paid.
They built the jail based on this board's action, or the previous board's action. So-
Well, and we wrestled with where to show that expense all along, and, you know, I don't know. I would, you know, I would suggest that, you know, it would show up in probably the sheriff's budget,
Mhm.
both the revenue and the expense side, just so you've got a place for it to sit, but, you know, that's up to you.
So I guess, you know, at this point, I don't think it's a major problem, but it needs to be dealt with shortly after the first of the year. So I'm just wanting to put that on everybody's, or the first of our fiscal year. So.
Well, I just thought it'd be better to bring it up now rather than to get out towards August next year and say, well, what the hell happened, because we had what looked like it was balanced, and then all of a sudden you're out of money, so.
Well,
Wouldn't be any different than any other August.
So do we need to take any action tonight, or are we just?
if you don't have any resolution, I don't think you don't have anything to send to the full board. I mean,
Everybody's aware of it.
That was my only intention.
So really, the only thing that we have right now to just resolve is that there's an empty spot in the general fund under expenses for public buildings fund. So that's the only thing right now that is, there's an empty spot.
Okay. No action needs to be taken. Let's move on. Animal control.
You're up, Fred.
It's a resolution to transfer $10,000 out of the animal control fund into the building fund. But that sounds good.
You did that last year
Yeah, we did.
in November also.
How's their fund doing? I didn't look at that.
It's, 80,000.
Yeah, that's what they said.
$26,164.94 is what's in the building fund.
I think that'd be a good thing to do.
I have a motion to do that.
I'll make a motion, we do that.
I'll second.
Got a motion and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Zoning officer contract.
I guess my question on this is, when we sit around here tonight and we are looking at not even having enough money to pay employees, we're talking about furloughs, laying off, termination, whatever. I'm not sure whose idea this was to marry somebody for 5 years when we can't even make payments to the employees that we have now.
In the previous years, the zoning officer was in a contract for 5 years. And Rick Rainier did it as assessor, he did it, took over animal control, but it was included in his 5-year contract. And before that, it was, Chubb
Gentlemen.
Bentley, and he had contracts.
It's not in the zoning contract now with Don?
No,
Is-
no, when we hired him, it was separated because he didn't care to do that, so.
Because we're sitting here telling, scaring the employees that they don't know if we have enough money to pay for one paycheck to another. And then we're telling the employees that they may be furloughed, except for we have one that we're gonna sign a contract for. I just don't think it sends a good message to the citizens of the county, plus the employees of the county right now who may be furloughed in the next month or so. I just don't think it's a proper thing that we should be doing at this point.
Her salary and benefit package is up for annual review.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of the contract, and marrying somebody. I mean, we already settled one lawsuit here, it looks like, that has some problems. I just don't think we should marry into, something like this at this point of the game with the finances of the county the way they are. And we're gonna tell somebody you're gonna be furloughed, but we just signed a contract with somebody else. I just don't think that's proper.
I think we should refer that over to the new board. I make a motion to that effect.
I second it.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
That didn't pass.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the employment agreement.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the employment agreement. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Motion carried. Okay, I think we have somebody here from Lackey Monument. Go right ahead.
It won't take up much of your time. I'm Harvey Ponder from Lackey Monument. This is Ron Judkins.
I've heard you on the radio.
Ron is the one that's gonna be funding this project, and we're still wanting approval from you to have a little piece of the courthouse lawn out here. And it's gonna be no cost to the county. Ron has come up with a deal. I know maybe it would add a little insurance money to you. Ron has come up with a deal here where actually the county might see a little bit of revenue off this project. So I'll let Ron talk to you about that if you think to pass that on. And from our first drawing, by the way, we wanted to move the statue up the sidewalk a little bit so it wouldn't obscure any vision from the corner down there, so we're up a ways on the sidewalk. We don't want it to interfere with any of the sites for the traffic on the corners. Ron had approval from the city to do this, but he didn't like the location, and I think the proper place for a statue of this size, the statue should be probably in the county property, but that's gonna be up to you. I thought, didn't I hear on the radio the other morning, that Alito's family doesn't satisfied with this at all, they went on the park or something? Well, Alito give them some, and said they could do it over here on a block or half a block off the street on that parking lot. But it's, it's not a real favorable site. This is a perfect spot for it, right? This is a perfect spot for it.
See, there's about 3,000, 4,000 cadets at Winter Roosevelt, and our group is getting smaller and smaller, and so we come up with an idea with Friends of the Rough Rider. There's so many people across the United States, flight crew for the Teddy Roosevelt aircraft carrier, other cadets. We've been in touch with Teddy Roosevelt IV and his cousin Joanna Strum. They're both in New York City during their late 50s. We're looking at all the ancillary benefits that could come from this memorial. It would be